What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to show you the first in a series of videos that teaches you how to drive the road course at M1 Concourse. My name is Jason Harding. I'm one of the instructors at M1 Concourse. I drive the number 22 K-Tech powered C7Z06 in the Speed Ring Time Attack. I wanted to share with you some of the secrets of M1 Concourse to improve your lap times and ultimately keep you safer. These videos are a great way for new drivers to become familiar with the track, as well as more advanced drivers to get a few more tips on driving an M1 Concourse. Now, every car is going to be different, so my feedback is based on my experience in my C7Z06, but yours might be slightly different in a different car. Just always make sure to remember to listen to the instructors and follow their directions while you're at the track. Sometimes the rules might be different based on different events, so keep that in mind. The road course at M1 Concourse features 11 technical turns and is 1.5 miles long. In this video, we're going to be giving you an in-depth tutorial of turns 1 and 2. Make sure to subscribe for future videos as we go through every turn on the track. To show you the track, we'll be using the Corvette's performance data recorder and analyzing it using the Cosworth toolbox. Okay, let's take a look at turns 1 and 2 and then we'll break it down. Alright, that was pretty fast. So first let's take a look at the overhead view of the track. This is M1, turns 10B, 1 and 2. Looks like there was a Cars and Coffee event here at the time the satellite photo was taken, so just ignore the cars that are on the track. Okay, so you're going to be coming off turn 10B, there's the apex, and working your way along the blend line. Now, as I said earlier, the rules can be different based on the event on how much of that blend line you can use. So to be safe, you're going to want to stay to the right of the blend line, but during some events you can dip 2 wheels on the left off over the blend line, or in some cases, such as the racing events like the speed ring, we were allowed to use a lot of the track here and go completely over the blend line around there. I think there's a lot of time to be had if you use all the track here and come all the way over, but certain events may not allow that. But I think you could probably make up half a second or more there if you use all the track. Now, as you approach the turn-in cone for turn 1, which is right here, you want to make sure to stay track left all the way to the cone. It's important to get the car turned in early and pointed the right direction to make your way for the apex cone of turn 1. That way you're pointed in the right direction for turn 2, and this becomes a straight line through 1 and 2. Common mistake people make is they come off turn 10B and they're in the middle of the track here, or even on the left side of the track, and they see turn 1 coming and they start to turn in about here, and they end up in the middle of the track right here. When you do that, you come around turn 1 and then you find yourself pushing all the way over here and you're not set up right for turn 2. You could possibly go off into the grass here, or you just have to scrub your speed to fix it and come back to turn 2. And then you really can't take advantage of this straightaway here going into turn 3 because you've scrubbed all your speed trying to get yourself right through this region right here. So if you make sure to use all the track, come all the way out to this cone, so your left tire is just on the edge of the track as you begin to turn in, you can make a nice smooth transition through 1 and 2. Also want to talk about the speed going into turn 1. I always see people going into this turn way too fast. Full lock up on the brakes, scrubbing the front wheels, understeering because it's going way too fast, and again they end up over here. You want to scrub your speed, slow in, fast out. Get that left front tire at the turn-in point, and then start going through to the apex. And if you do it right, you can be on the throttle around here. Depending on what kind of car it is, Might be a little earlier, might be a little later, but you can actually get on the throttle before the apex cone. And if you do that, you'll have more time on the throttle and you'll be faster coming out of the corner. Let's take a look at the visual cues you'll need to look for turn 1 and 2. Here we're approaching the apex of 10B. You want to look for the apex cone and the rumble strip at 10B. This is the location of the start-finish line, noted here. And you're coming into 10B looking for that blend line. At this point, you should have your eyes up all the way down to the turn-in cone for 1. Your peripheral vision is getting you to go along that blend line on your left. And as you can see, we're on the throttle. Now we're off the throttle here. Looking to that turn-in cone at turn 1. We're on the brakes. We're using all the track on the left all the way down to the turn-in cone. Here we can see how much of the track we're using as we exit turn 10B. Putting 2 wheels over the blend line and going all the way down to the turn-in cone at turn 1. Now that we're at the cone, you can see we've added some steering. And we've got our eyes up looking for the cone at the apex of turn 1. As you can see, we're already starting to apply throttle this far away from the apex cone. Now, I don't advise beginners do this, but as you get more advanced, you can learn where and how early you can apply the throttle in your particular vehicle. Getting a little bit on the throttle here, coming through the apex of turn 1, and we're just approaching half throttle as we come through the apex of turn 1. As we're leaving the apex of turn 1, we've got our eyes up to the apex of turn 2. We're starting to feed in the power. Now we've got our eyes up to the track out cone for turn 2. We're feeding more power in, about 3/4 throttle through here. And then we're tracking all up to the right as we exit turn 2 in preparation for turn 3 ahead. And as we hit the track out cone, we're hitting wide open throttle. Now this is done in a 777 rear wheel torque C7Z06, so we really have to be careful about how much torque we apply in and coming out of the corner. If you have a lower powered car, then you may be able to do that a little bit sooner or a little bit more. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this video showing you turns 1 and 2 of M1 Concourse. Make sure to subscribe because we'll be doing these videos for every single turn of the track, so stay tuned for more.